Hi guys, so today we are continuing on with my, our Anna Griffin Simply Wildflower Meadow Scrapbooking Kit tutorials. Again, I'm just going through the whole pack, trying to stick to what's in the pack. I may have some accent color like I did on the lattice page or trellis page. Obviously I got that from my stash, but other than that, what's in here so that we can complete the book and see if, how that goes. If it's still available, I'll have it linked in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So with YouTube, if it's not acting funny, it might be in this little shopping bag, but definitely in the description box I'll have the links. So thank you for using those if you would like to. So again, my front or cover page, or however you want to look at it, and the back page I'm going to do separately. So right now I'm considering these pages 1 and 2. Double layout with some layering. 3 and 4 with the trellis work that are just basically the same. 5 and 6, kind of like a little group collage in the center. And again, I'll flesh these out more if I, seeing what we have left. Maybe, after I put my pictures in here, maybe I'll put some more flowers or things, just however, but I like the way it looks, just simple. 7 and 8. I can't remember what I just said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 and 8 are just gorgeous. I really, honestly, I'm a huge fan of this page. I love it. I love the simplicity of the layering here. Just using strips that we had cut from earlier from another project, so we're not cutting into any more paper for that. And then just mirroring it on this side, almost symmetrically with our little pocket. Remember our little cutaway area? So we have a little pocket that people can actually interact with on that one. So that's 7, 8, 9, and 10. I guess we're working on 9, 10. I'm just going to do the intro, and I have to go to an appointment, but I'll be thinking about what I want to do because I have not thought about this at all. I'm trying to introduce like a little technique here and there on each page, if it's simplicity, if it's, the pocket or the trellis kind of thing. And I was thinking maybe do more trellis kind of stuff because we are doing some very simple pages the last couple of pages we've done. But if I do that, maybe on the edges or look along the bottom, but we already did one along the bottom, didn't we? This one. So to go again with something along the bottom, just to mix it up. Obviously you can do whatever you want. Across the top. That's different. So maybe we'll do some trellis work across the top. That would be fun. And maybe I'll grab a different color from my stash than the cream, but I do like the way the cream color looks. So right now we still have, we should have a good amount of paper. I'm just stacking things behind me here. I have these pieces that we can make trellis with, I suppose, but I don't have very much. I was thinking it's going to be kind of short anyway, so maybe this might work for us. Think about that. We have this guy. We still have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pages, but I only have one of the pink left, which is interesting. How did that happen? I don't know. But okay, so 14. Again, I like double layouts. If you wanted a single layout, like making this one its own thing, and then maybe this one its own thing on the same page, or the back sides, or however, that's good. I don't know, are there papers I haven't used yet? Let me see. I feel like maybe I haven't used this light blue one. You can see they're pretty much all intact, so maybe we should go with that. I haven't used any of this. So, let's take this. Oh yeah, and then there's back sides, right, that I never pay attention to, but I'm trying to bring that out. Those are kind of boring, right? So, we'll work on this side. If we do trellising on the top out of this paper, I don't know if that's going to pop very much, so maybe we'll have to back it with something else, which I don't really want to cut into, but again, I only have the one of this one, and I don't really like making single pages, so maybe this one, we use that and pop it on there. Okay, let me think about this a little bit, and I will be right back. Okay, so to finish our book, we need 12 more pages, or pieces of, cardstock. So if I'm using these 2, that means I need 10 more, and I have 12. So that means I can cut into 2 more pieces of paper, still have enough for backgrounds, right? Like the back of my... And then I was thinking, if I have something that's an odd man out, because I do have another one, that could be my front paper or the back one, right? If I don't care for making single page layouts, like here, like this one is left by itself, and so was this one. So, you know, that's something to think about. But I'm going to cut into that pink one today. So I can cut into 2 more pieces and no more than that, and I'll have plenty for my backgrounds, right? So basically, I think I had kind of deduced at the beginning, 4 pieces of the paper, the cardstock that came in, can be cut into that don't need to be used as actual pages, right? So you have some leeway there. I have a couple scraps left, so right now I still have 2 papers I can still do that with. So this is going to be one of them. And I'm actually thinking about using this side to make the trellis easier, even if I use this. And it's only going to be a couple inches at the top, or, you know, so I think if we do that and we can follow along, it'll be easier for you guys. And it contrasts pretty well, even though I prefer this side. And we can still do it here, but at least this way we have a guide and it'll be easier to use. So we'll do that. Okay, I will be back because I gotta go. Okay guys, so where we were being kind of, and I mean me, being a little bit willy-nilly with my paper at the beginning, even though I was conserving it, I think for this one, if I do, how big is 2 inches? A 2-inch border, I feel like it should be almost 3, but at the same time, if I do 3 inches, that means these need to cover about 3 inches, and maybe I don't have enough for that, but we should. That's gonna be risky. We'll see. So 3-inch pieces. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. The other thing I have to think about is I want it to be basically the same from one side to the other, right? The lattice, the way it's gonna work. So like, actually, I'm not even gonna measure. Maybe I cut to here, whatever this is. No, this one's kind of, see how it's kind of chopped off? Let's see. I'm trying to see where I can get the most even. Actually, I think this direction. The way this is kind of cut, it's almost in the middle, and this one looks a little bit more like that. So I think I'm gonna go this direction. I don't know. Okay, 3 inches. And then I'm gonna cut 3 inches off of this paper so that way I have it for something else, right? So I'm gonna take it this way, do 3 inches, and then what I'm saying is I'm gonna cut 3 inches off this part, and then I'm going to turn it and cut 3 inches. Actually, let's see. I just want it to be really matched up. Yeah, that's not gonna be great. I just want it to be pretty close so that it just continues going, basically. And maybe it's not that big a deal. I mean, it looks similar, but at the same time, the edges aren't as similar. Maybe this one is actually a little more similar than the other one. It's a little bit different. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to go 3 inches and a little bit extra because I'm going to cut this one off to be more like this guy. See how this one, it's right below, right in there. I think I'm going to try and do that. So I'm going to go a little bit more than 3 inches on this. That's not too bad. Now let me compare my papers and see if maybe this side looks more like this side, you know? I don't know. This side. It's going like this. Basically, I'm trying to see how, where this one's going to end, my little strip of paper. This one's pretty much beginning. That's almost perfect. So that's what I was looking for, and that's kind of why I left this piece to cut it off a little bit. So that works out. 3 inches. Like I said, I left that little bit because I was going to try to match it up with the other one. Okay. So now I have 2 3-inch strips that are going to kind of continue on in a nice way. It wasn't that one. It was this way. This one to this one. Okay. But I'm also going to take 3 inches off of this paper, and then we're going to glue it together kind of like we did on some of our other ones. And you don't have to do this. That's just another 3 inches of paper that I can use somewhere else. So I'm going to take that, cut off 3 inches, and cut off 3 inches off the other one as well. I'll be right back. I can't stick these guys together yet, but now we have this paper. So we still have one full sheet that we can cut into and do stuff because, you know, at this point I only had 2 extra that I can mess around with. And I have these 3-inch strips that, you know, maybe we can make a rosetta or some kind of ruffle or something else with later, or just another border. But that way we save that. And you could do this with all your papers. I just haven't been doing that as much. I think I did it one time. So this should be back at 12 inches. It looks funny. Let's just make sure we did that right. Yeah, 9. It looks funny, that's all. And then this is going to be the top part of that. Okay, and we're going to stick it together with a border. Now, as far as borders go, I only have very few left here, and I thought, well, I can put a border on the top, border on the bottom, but if I did that, I can do it with this kind of grayish one. I have 4 of them left, and I would have no more other than 2 more of the larger ones in the back. This one I haven't really used much of, is what I was looking at. I used up my pink ones, but I still have 4 of these guys, but I think I'm at least going to put one here. I don't really care about putting one at the top, one here too. So I think that's what I'll do, is I'll have this guy here. Maybe, because there are holes there and it's very visible, I might pop one of these guys on top of there. I haven't looked at it to see what that looks like. I mean, that looks really pretty, right? And it helps us out. And maybe this is popped up while this is stuck down. That's nice. Another thing you can do, if you're just layering, you can put this behind, so it just looks like it's coming out of here. You can even pop this up if you had your full page. That would look really nice too. Just different ways to think about playing with these. Okay, so yeah, we'll use these. We'll use this. I'm not ready for that yet. And that's another 4 borders that we're using up. I still have 2 left here, 4 of the sage, 2 of this one, and 2 of the thicker ones. So I think that's enough. I mean, we still have quite a few pages left to do, but that'll be okay. All right, with these guys, I'm just gonna go for it. 1/4-inch strips. This is small because we cut that pocket the other day, but I just need strips that'll just follow along here, and hopefully, like I said, that we can cut enough from these papers. They are longer. There's only 3 inches of paper, so I think we're okay. So I'm gonna go 1/4 inch, and I'm gonna be kind of smart in how I use these, hopefully. That I don't have to cut into more paper just to get that. But if I do, then that will be the last of that paper. So I'm going to go across and cut 1/4-inch strips off of all these and this guy. Okay? 1/4 inch, even as long as it is. And I will be right back. Ooh, that moved on me. It's getting smaller, so it's a little bit harder to handle. There we go. All right. My last 1/4-inch strip is basically, this piece is 1/2 inch, so I'm just cutting it in half. They got a little bit wonky. If it looks a little bit wonky, you can just take that and still keep cutting. I feel like this is a little bit crooked for some reason, but again, like I said, it gets harder and harder to hold on to it. And obviously you can do it in different ways, but I think that's what I need, and I need to do it quick because it's like a little strip that I need to cut away. Okay. All right, guys, so we're going to do this the same as before. Let me take one piece. Let's tuck some of these things away. And what I'm going to do is just follow the little grid lines. But, maybe with some of these longer ones, I'm going to start there. I would like to just cut that in a fun way. And hopefully, that's what I'm saying, we're going to really make sure we're conserving this because, again, I didn't really take measurements. What's nice about this, too, is that I can just put the glue here and not really worry about these other things. So again, we're going one way and the other, so that's, I want to just make sure I'm really conserving these guys. And right there, so I only have to cut the very little corner. I'm following the little stripes that are already there for us. And I'm using the longest ones right now. Hopefully that'll turn out to be okay. And there we go. This is so much fun. Again, really keeping it tight, so I'm only cutting the smallest amount off there. I'm using the longer strips right now because I have them, and then I'll resort to the smaller guys later. With these little guys, I mean, it'd be good for there and for here, so maybe I would do that. So this little guy. Okay. I'm going to let that set up for just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take this one off. It might be that you need a piece like this, for like in here, let's say up there, and it depends on how much we're covering of this. So that's why I'm trying to keep an eye out to be making sure that I'm not wasting any of this. So I let it kind of sit for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and cut these guys off. Look how pretty it looks on the back. Okay, I'm going to cut these off just like we did in the last video. Just flush. And I guess we can just do that together. I was going to come back, but that didn't take too long, did it? Okay. And again, just using the longer pieces because I really want to make sure that I have those. What's funny is that cut, maybe I put it this way. I don't know if that helps anything. It may or may not. Actually, I can use this on the other side. You know what I'm saying, with that cut that's already... It doesn't really matter though, I don't think. It's not wasting anything or keeping anything. Okay, let's go for it. Again, I'm going to go with the longer pieces just to make sure that I have what I need on these longer bits. And then I'll go from there. And just right on top. Again, I'm not doing like lattice work where it's like woven. I'm just getting this right on there. Okay, there and there. This one's a little trickier because you do have the bumpiness of the ones that were underneath. Why I didn't put glue here, I don't know. We need glue all across. And here. And I'll continue. I'll just do the 3 more, and I'm gonna leave the little bits until later, okay? So just 3 more here, maybe the one here. I finally got to use my angle. I just want to show you on this one. I'll bring it right there. All right. And again, we have these little bits, but again, every piece I'm going to keep because I don't know, you know, what we might need, especially since we're just using the scraps. Okay, so I still have this piece from before, but again, we have this little bit to cover, that little bit, and this one and this one. But now that we're here, and I have this stuck down, okay, we're going to keep even these little pieces and just being really smart about how we're placing these. Again, that's just me being frugal. There we go. And all the way up to here. These little bits, obviously, I don't need, so I'm not going to mess with those. But, like up over here, you know, one of the smallest pieces, actually, I was trying to see if I had one cut the right angle, but I don't. So, okay, well, that works out really well. It's right there to there. It goes right to the very edge of the paper, right to the edge. So I just want to show you what I'm doing so it still looks nice and continuous. If that was a full strip, it would literally just go right on top of that one, just like before. So there you go. Now, I will say if you're very concerned, that one should have been underneath this one, and maybe go ahead and finish up. But I wanted to, actually, I can probably pop that piece up, to be honest. I didn't really stick these down super 100% well. Look at that. There you go. So the ones that go underneath will still be underneath. This one, you know, just taking a little strip. This guy looks small enough without having to like remove anything. Actually, you can just go from there to there. And that one was on top. And look at that. I just finished that off. And then again, we're going to cut that edge. Right? Okay, I'm almost done. We have a longer one here, so we do have some longer pieces. I guess I should look at them before I even... Like, that one can go there, and we are going to put a piece here, but that just misses. So, I mean, hope I don't regret that later, because I'm going to use a couple of these guys that are a little bit longer. I mean, it is going to overlap. It has to, because I need it to help me stick my papers together, so that's up to you. Oh, and this one should go underneath also, just FYI, but I'm not too concerned. Or am I? Nah, it's okay. I just want to see how much we had, so this next time I think I'll have more confidence to go ahead and finish those little guys. Obviously this came from a longer strip, so it should be okay. And then one more, and maybe I'll use the little guy. Maybe I don't. No, I better not. I better not. Again, if you don't want to stick that down till the end, so that they're latticed in the same way all across, or trellised. Okay, I'm gonna let that set up, and I'm going to keep even this little piece, because you never know. Actually, let's go ahead and cut that one off, and that one. Keep these bigger pieces, little ones don't matter. Let that set up for a second and we'll finish trimming this off. Okay guys, and I'm just going to trim this bit off. I like looking at it from the back, but you know, whatever. This is the top, at least it is for me. Obviously whatever looks nicer, you can have that be the top and the bottom. The bottom is going to be a little bit covered. I had a little bit here. I was gonna say, I thought I had a little bit where I need to cut the side and the top. Okay, so I have this strip, and I will do exactly the same thing with this other one. And again, paying attention to where this is, like I said, whenever this one is, obviously it's going to be on a different page, but it still looks more continuous, right? When I follow that line, follow these lines. So I'm really happy with that. Again, I already have some little pieces, so maybe I go ahead and pop those on now. Let's see, which ones are going? The ones that are underneath were the ones that were going this way. Yeah, okay. And, you know, I'll start building it up. Again, you know, this guy was not quite long enough. We probably are going to cover that, but that's okay. I'm going to start again with my strips. And just finish it up. So I'll do the second one. Same thing. Guys, I got this far and I just now run out. So I had it all, I mean, I just need like the smallest amount more. But remember I had mentioned that I think I only have one. Oh no, I do have two of that page, which is kind of a bummer. But what other pages do I only have like one left, or like an odd man out? I have 4 still of this blue. I'm looking at the back side, guys, because I was looking for the back side. I still have only one of this one, and so we have this piece. And if I cut into this pink, I'm only going to have one of that left, right? Because I need a little bit of this. I was going to say, that's not the one I just cut into, is it? No. Darn it. The one I just used for this page is blue and it has the green on the back. But what I can do is, since this will be an odd man out later, because I only have 2, I'm going to cut into one of them right now. I'm going to save that for my front and back page. So these two that I only have odd mans out left, odd man out, will be my front and back covers, papers, okay? And the rest of them I should still have pairs of. So, you know, I like my papers, my pages to be pairs. So, yeah. Okay, so we still have lots of blue to work with, which will be interesting because that means the rest of my book is going to be very blue. I might, again, rework my page order, but for now, these will be my front and back pages because I only have one of each, and then these guys. Okay, and then we still have, you know, some odds and ends that we cut up that we can still play with. All right, so for this guy, I'm not going to take too much of it either, and that's the other thing. Maybe, you know, maybe I can bring this one back in as a full sheet as far as covering it with another strip like the strips that we just cut. I'm only going to cut what I think I might need. So I'm going to cut one 12-inch strip because these are 12 inches. The other ones were like 10-inch and smaller. So the strips that I already had. So, you know, I'm going to cut one, and if I need more, which I'm sure I will, I'll cut one more. I might be able to finish it just with just that much more. Okay. So again, this is my other paper that I just cut into and gonna be able to do some different things with. Okay, if I need to cut more, I will, but for now, I think that's okay. And I had put a little strip of glue here, but I didn't have my strip down yet. Okay, and let's go here. All right, I'm gonna continue on, and you might think, well, then why did we even? Actually, let's do the one in the corner. Try to spare, you know, this one as much as we could. Well, it's still good to have pieces that you're not to conserve it, right? So that you still have plenty later. Okay, so these are going to start going on the top. Did I already do all the other ones? The ones that go this way? Yep, I sure did. Okay, so I'm going to cut this and continue on. Okay, I'll be back. So I will say that this probably will finish off that piece. I was a little shy on that one, but again, I'm gonna have my strip here that needs to stick my 2 pages portions together. So I do need to overlap this, you know, with the border anyway, so I'm not too concerned that that bottom one is a little bit wonky, but anyway, I'll just keep working, you know, don't fret. And I just realized I haven't been telling you guys like the names of the papers, but like, see, this one works better down here. And actually, if I go like this, it's already cut. And I'm sorry about that. But again, use whatever mix and match of papers you want. Like I said, you're going to have 4 sheets that you can kind of just cut into to mess around with. And then the other 20 you're going to need for the actual book. You know, it's however you want to do that. And it is easier cutting from the back, guys. I just realized earlier I was cutting from the front in the last clip, and then I was like, oh no, it's just easier for you to line it up and make sure everything's straight than to line it up according to that little piece that you want to cut off, you know? So, oh yeah, what else? I wanted to show you, I mean, look how close. Again, they're going to be totally separate, but that works really well, and that's all I was looking for. You don't have to care about that. It doesn't draw your eye to somewhere where it's like, why is that wonky? You know, you might notice it, right? So anyway, now, I guess I could patch two pieces together for this one if I wanted to. Let me see. Well, they're both cut kind of funky, but let's say if I had something like that and not notice. Possible. It's possible. I don't know. I might do that because honestly I don't really want to cut another one. And I was actually thinking about putting some flowers here anyway on both these sides since I kind of did what I wanted here. So it would cover that area if I have this and there's like a wonkiness there. So maybe I'll do that. Okay, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm going to show you on one piece. I do have some little bits left here. I don't need them anymore, but I did splice a piece here, and I did it in a funky way because, again, I think I'm just going to put flowers there anyway. What I'm trying to say is on this side, remember how I didn't put this lattice underneath? I was going to put like a flower set here possibly, so if I did that over here, I'll cover that little gap, this little gap here from my paper, where I spliced two together so I don't have to cut into my paper anymore. Okay, I'm going to show you on one page what I'm going to do. The dragonflies are so pretty. So we're going to put these guys together like we did before and glue them together basically. So this guy is going to help us adhere those together. If you don't care about that and you just want this to be down here, you don't want to waste any of it, you can just turn this around, put another strip of maybe some paper that's in your stash and just glue it together, you know, like a glue tab. It's just a strip of paper that goes across the back. Again, you know, you can glue it to that cream colored paper that's in the book, but that's not my favorite thing. So let's just get this guy. I don't want to bury too much of it, but it is going to help me. So I'm going to put glue on this top and then kind of down here, because that's what's going to help adhere it from one piece to the next. So glue at the very top, glue like around the second holes, and then I'm just going to look through those holes to help me know that I'm kind of right in the center. Not covering up too much of everything, but just whatever that can hold that together. And that's going to help me keep these top paper and the bottom paper held together. And then this guy, we're going to pop it up, I think, on some dimensionals just so it has some dimension. And I'll just pop it like right there-ish. I could bring it down a little bit more. This is really kind of thick. Something like that. I didn't really want it to cover too much of the lattice because I like that. And I don't care so much about the ruffles. Maybe here, right? So we can see a little bit more of the lattice. Maybe there. And we'll pop it up. So let me grab some dimensionals for that. Actually, they're in the kit, aren't they? I'll be right back either way. Okay. So again, these guys, I always put 2 on the very edges and then like 1, 1, 1 every few inches. Couple inches, I guess, should I say. Take the carriers off and then just set them right on that. Okay? I'll just take the carriers off and then just stick it down right here. So I stuck it down with very little ruffle. Again, adjust for whatever you like. Where am I super close? No wonder. I was like, why does this look so tight? I closed up when we were doing the lattice work. And essentially this is stuck together because it's stuck together by the ruffle. But there it is. Again, this can be the sides. This could be the bottom. I really do like it for the sides. I wasn't thinking of having it that way. I was trying to do a top thing because we haven't really done one with like a top kind of cuteness. So, but I do like the side look. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I do like that. Okay, and I haven't even thought about the photo frames. They're mats. So let me grab those. Okay, this is how this is looking now. It's completely gone into. I haven't even used the strip glue, which I just realized. Oh, the other thing I want to say is I still have a pretty good amount of the 5x7s. I want a 5x7 for my cover, and maybe one for the back too, just like focal points, or like a square, but I want one big one. I ran out of pink squares already. I only have some green, some blue, which maybe I should bring blue in here. Should we do 2? Did we just come off of a page where we did a square and a thing? Let's look again. Oh, it was square in that. So maybe we're not doing square. Maybe we do... Again, I really like just having like one. But I know we're not everybody enjoys that. So there's a lot of color on this page. Should we do like a cream colored one? Do I have a cream colored? Do I have two cream colored? I feel like this one's bringing in a lot of the... Something like that. I think that's cute. Okay, hold on. I know the little ruffles up here, but that's how that works. I mean, you can bring it down, I guess, if you want. But, you know, it could be a little more kind of on there because that's more organic. But if you want it to be very much like, this is my ruffle and this is here, you know, then do that. Sure, why don't we do it like this? I feel like maybe I should bring some pink in. Since there's the pink at the top. I do like the white. We're gonna run out of... Well, I'm gonna be out of pinks of this now. Alright, we are gonna use the pink because I feel like it goes well with this page, but we are gonna be out of those. So I still have a ton of green, or not a ton, but 4 green, 2 of the light blue, 2 of the white in the 4x6. I still have quite a few 5x7s, and then no more pink of the no more in the pink of the square, but I do have a lot of squares still. So everything's gonna be squares coming up here shortly. Okay, let me go with the other, this guy, right? Okay. Alright, well I guess that's what we'll do. And maybe I'll pull out that liner tape since I haven't used it. And then I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the second page, on the other one, but opposite, right? So anyway. Oh, I will show you something. This is some very skinny tape. So that's cool. But it is very skinny. I don't know that I'll be able to. I'm not going to line the whole thing out, which I normally would on the very edges and everything, but let's do 3 strips of the liner tape. Really burnish that down. I'm using my nail, but you can always use a tool. Oopsie, there goes that. I want to take this off. Now I'm not going to take it off completely. I'm just going to pull off to the side. It'll be this one I'm just going to have to take off because there's no... Well, I mean, I guess there is. I can pull it out to the side the other way. So we're going to do this because that way we can kind of play with this before we really stick it down and then just pull these guys away. So if I'm going to have this guy in here, I'm just, again, eyeballing the bottom, left to right. I think that looks good. Take that off. Take that off. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this guy. Again, I guess I could stick this one down completely. What I normally do is do it in a way, because I don't have my pictures yet, to not impede when I get my pictures put in there. But I think it'll be okay. So a few of those, and then like right to the edge of this one. Let me take the carriers off and I'll be right back. Okay. Take it off. And maybe this guy is just like... right here. It can be right in the center, right at the bottom, towards the top. I kind of like it here. And that will be that. So when I have my pictures, just glue it down here. So not super a lot of dimension, but still a very pretty page. I am going to do the exact same thing with the other one, but just opposite. some things away here. Yeah, I just used the one to help me kind of place, you know, the opposite sides, but basically that's it. I know it's hard to see both sides, but there you go. Okay, flowers. Let's bring some of these out today because I haven't done that. And I haven't really thought about, again, I do the tag or the journaling tag and that stuff later. I don't know, that's just kind of what I feel like doing. Oh, you know what, maybe we should have some of this gold flourishes like the very top. Right? Oh my goodness. I don't really want a whole flower. I haven't really seen this before. It's pretty. I wasn't looking for something like that. I was looking for more like this. But again, we don't have left and right, so it is going to look a little bit different. And we put that guy there. Such a bummer. I wish I had, and I probably do have something like this in like another part of my stash. Maybe I put it this way, which I don't like the stems up here, but that is so weird. Why? Oh well, I know you don't. It's hard to see them. I wish we had left and right. Or maybe we use something like this one, right? Something else. No, because then even over here, bet it won't be as obvious, maybe. Even though I like the look of those guys. So let's pretend we have those guys there, and then I'll see if I have some kind of pretty one of these guys to kind of fill in. Again, what do we decide? These are morning glories? Did we decide that? It looks like it to me, but maybe one in the corner here. Also with this guy, they don't both have to be there, to be honest. That's kind of why I wanted to flourish. Okay, let's leave that. Are there opposites of this one? Did we already talk about that? I don't think there are. There should be, because there's a lot of them. Not that I see, and I think I'm almost done with these. I don't see very many left. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's put this guy here. Yeah. Okay, that's cute. Again, if I can put something gold in there, pop something gold in there. Maybe this little guy also. Okay, that's something. Where's the other one that looks like that? This guy. He looks like this. Okay, that's pretty. Okay. Alright, and it does the job. And then again, I'm just going to go through and see what I want to tuck here and there. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'll have some music. This is getting... There's stuff all over the place. I haven't used a lot of these guys. Again, there aren't left and right, so even if I wanted to like tuck this guy here, let's say... Sorry, I know you can't see that. Maybe this one can be over here, but it would be upside down, but maybe that's not the biggest deal. This one doesn't really have like a stem, so to say. It just kind of ends, so maybe this one goes on this side. I don't know. Okay, let me play around. I'll be back. Basically these are the same. This one doesn't have a left and right. I don't know if this one does, but I liked it for here, so just to compliment the other guy. I will say I did find more of the Morning Glory, if that's what that is. I'm going to pop this up though, because I want this in there a little bit more. It needs to kind of come in a little bit more. Let's see here if we can... Trying to see if I can flatten that out. There we go. Something like that. Okay. So... Again, I like to kind of just squeeze the glue in behind where I think it needs to be. So in here, I can hold that guy down. And then this one isn't exactly the same, but it has the same kind of pinks and stuff, so not too bad. I kind of wanted it tucked behind a little bit more. Is there a glue tab right there? Or glue? I think there is. Where did I have this initially? Just kind of sitting on the top. You know, I like it to be a little more tucked in, so let me pop that up. I don't remember putting one right on the edge like that. Okay. I'll show you what I'm trying to do in just a second here. I'm trying to split. You know, they have 2 layers, the dimensional. So I'm trying to get the top layer over this while the bottom layer is underneath. This guy I'm going to stick down, but I also need dimensionals. So this opposite one is exactly the same. So I'm going to put this one to the side just to show you everything's exactly the same, okay? So what you see me doing here, I'm going to do on the other one. And that'll be that. So a sticker there. These are stickers. You can definitely peel the backs off. I just have not because I just haven't. So there. Put a little glue here. And actually I don't need glue there. I would need maybe another dimensional there. Possibly. But that glue's holding it here, but then we have dimensionals here keeping it in place. This one I think I'm just going to stick down. So just a little bit of glue on this outer portion, the part that I know is not going to be touching my photo, so I can still tuck my photo in there. And I'll put that there. Okay. It can be popped up on dimensionals. You can put more flowers, obviously. All these things, I'll come back later and see if, you know, we can tuck more flowers here and there, because I'm sure I'm going to have a ton of flowers. Like I said, I did find more of these guys, and I thought they were all gone. And there are left and rights of these, and I don't know if I think that's fine. Okay, so let's get, actually, let me show you how this one is a sticker. I usually just kind of poke in the back of it to get the sheet off. Let me see what I was doing again. I had this guy kind of sitting here, very cute. Actually, how did I have this? More like this? Yeah. That's what I had. It was more like this, right towards the edge, and then this guy was just kind of tucked in here. Just adding a little more gold so we can stick that down. And actually the same thing with this one. This is, I think, the first time I've had stickers that I can just stick down. I've been putting glue on most of them. Trying to go through both layers. You're just trying to get this plastic layer on top. Yay, that was wonderful. There you go. Okay. And right to the edge, at least that's how I like it. I think it looks cute. And just stick that guy down. And I'll do the same thing with the second page because it's basically exactly the same other than this flower. Okay. And then we'll do our, journaling tag and our title. And I always put the title over here, but maybe we'll put the title on the other side. I don't know. But I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So just finish up that page. Again, I did find the left and the right of these morning glories. I think I had both lefts or however. Both of the same ones. So now I have them both facing in. Other than that gold one's kind of odd. And I'm sorry if this doesn't get a good height for you to see everything at once, but there we go. I'll try to, maybe this side, I don't know. Let's see. Title. Maybe this blessed one. I think for this page would be really nice. I have kind of more gold on this one than I had on the other pages. Let me pop this out, or pull this out carefully, and then pop out the little negatives that we need to be gone, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're just going to wrap it up. I mean, this can go anywhere. It's kind of a lot already going on this page. I'm not going to lie. It's very, a lot going on. I'm just going to center this kind of under this image, or this matte layer right now. And I'm trying to see about having this straight, because the D goes away down here, but this is up here. I think that looks good right there. Okay, and then we need our little journaling tag, which may be a blue one again. That'd be cute right here, no? I mean, it can go anywhere. And then again, more flowers, right? Once you have that down. I think I'll have it here. Again, I'm trying to make it so I can write and do my stuff later, but let's pretend for now. And I kind of move this over just a little bit so it sticks down, but not really 100%. So I can pick it up later kind of easily, and that will be my journaling tag. Okay, let me clean up a little bit and then we'll look at the pages. So there is our, again, double page layout, exactly the same pretty much, other than that little flower in the middle. And again, maybe we'll add more flowers later, but this is what I have for now. You know, if you feel like you need to add some going this way. I just like for the work to be shown, so I don't really like to cover up too much, but there you go. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I'll have images coming up. I'll have links as available, and I will see you all at the next one with pages 11 and 12. I think this is 9 and 10, right? All right. Bye now.